Hello and welcome to the first episode of Slow Pit Stop of 2024. Well, kind of the second. We had an emergency episode because of the obvious news over the weekend. Winter. I'm so tired already. But we'll persevere. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Mohammed. Say hi, Mohammed.
Hola, sorry, I was muted. I can't believe I muted
Yeah.
myself.
Joe, we're so rusty. We've not done this in such a long time. I can't remember my words. You can't remember to unmute yourself. I can barely remember our guest's name. I think it's pronounced Dom? Is that right?
Yes, winter, the weekend of the year.
Well, they're getting shorter and shorter, so that's something. But yes, welcome back to Slow Pit Stop 2024. What we thought we would do today is play a little game to start with, and then we will have a talk about all the cars, how they look going into the new season, and what we all think of them. But gentlemen, how have you been?
Plowing on, honestly. I mean, I have to be in good spirits after preseason testing, so let's keep it business. Very happy with how things are looking on Team Honda.
Yeah. I'm very excited for the best aerodynamics in the world to meet the worst Ford engine in the world. I think that will be a fun moment.
Yeah, that's going to be a big issue. The best thing I can hope for from this Horner investigation is that Ford pulls out and then they have to somehow reunite with Honda, cut some kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because
If
my
anybody's
God,
wondering
are we going to be
why
bad in 2026?
we're not talking about Christian Horner, I think a lot of the other stuff that happens in Formula One, even if it's breaking the rules on finance, they're all sporting crimes. So it's a bit fun and almost harmless to speculate on speculation. Whereas I think what's going on with Christian Horner is way, way, way more serious. And so we don't want to,
Possibly.
talk about it when we don't know anything, and make light of a situation that is very serious. So we're not ignoring it, but we're
The
going
other thing
to
with Christian Horner is we don't even really know what's going on. I tried really hard.
Almost at all.
Because I unplugged myself from most of the internet, and when all this stuff was coming out, I was like, did I miss something? Was there a picture or a video? And really, you look into it, there's so many different kinds of rumors out there. And I just didn't want to commit to saying, oh, this is what happened, because we just really don't know what happened. And so I'd rather just wait for whatever investigation that's released at the end, or I don't know. You said something really good, Arfa, early on. You're like, if Jerry Hallwell files for divorce, then we'll know what happened. But she hasn't. So.
She hasn't. So this is where we are. Right.
Yeah.
Shall we start with a little game, just because we are so rusty from podcasting?
I insist.
Amazing.
Yeah. Right, where's my thing? Window. Let's make this. Can you see this?
I can't see your screen. That's like a classic Zoom thing. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Can you see my screen?
No. Oh, now I can. It's loading. Yep, I can see it.
Great.
Woo!
I can't see you.
In the middle with you.
This could be anything.
Yeah, so I've called this game Stuck in the Middle with You. What I'm going to do is, where's my phone? I'm going to time for 1 minute when I get to the next screen. And on the next screen, there are 6 middle names. And working as a team, you have to try and work out which drivers from the current grid these middle names belong to.
Oh
you
my
ready?
gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to hit start on my stopwatch, and you've got 60 seconds starting from now. Who do these middle names belong to?
I can't see the next slide. Can you see the next slide?
Yeah, you're still on the first slide. Are you in presentation mode or something?
No. This isn't showing the window.
Okay, that's a classic gaff. Just go to slideshow and then click the button.
There you go. Now I can see it. Okay. Joseph, that's definitely Fernando Alonso. Jean Jacquez, that's Esteban.
Jean-Jacques?
Oh, is that how you say it?
I'm going to go with Pierre for that if we're competing. I don't know if we're competing or a team.
No, you're working as a team.
Okay, great.
Okay, I say Pierre because Esteban is Spanish and Algerian, so he's less likely to have Jean-Jacques in the middle.
All right, fine. Victor, that's like a Russian type spelling. Who do we have?
Victor,
Bottas?
I'm going to guess that's actually Kevin.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good. Emilian.
That's Max.
Oh, yeah,
that's my boy.
You've used up half your time.
Stop it. We're halfway through. Michael.
Okay. Michelle. So that's more likely to be Ocon
Charles?
unless we have
Okay,
Pierre and
Ocon.
Ocon
Okay.
backwards,
Okay,
which would
and
be
then
sad.
Jan is, I'm gonna go with Botas because that's a very
No,
Norwegian.
that could be Kevin then, because that's Kevin's dad's name. So let's go back to Victor. Victor, maybe that's Nico's middle name?
Okay, and then Joseph, Lewis. I know his middle name is
Joseph, I'm going to go for something like Logan Sargent.
No,
And
his Hunter.
that's
He's
your
Hunter.
time.
He's Hunter? Oh, he really? Okay, then to whatever you said.
All right, Lewis. All right, it's not right, but we'll go with that.
It could be like George or something.
It is.
Oh.
Daniel Joseph Ricardo.
Wow.
Pierre Jean-Jacques Gasly.
Nice.
Valtteri Victor Bottas. Maximilian Verstappen.
All right, 2 for 4.
Sergio Michel Perez.
Dang it.
Oh, no
Kevin
way.
Yes,
yes, all right.
I'm good
job.
with that. I'm good with 3 for 6.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that too. We're also stuck in the middle.
Yeah. I'm sad about my screen sharing thing. How do I make it shareable?
I'm kind of concerned about Valtteri though, because it might mean he actually has some Russian blood. I might have to reassess him entirely.
Well, I mean, technically, like, wasn't that whole part of the world Russia at one point, or was no?
That's probably the last thing you want to encourage Russia to believe.
I don't know my history.
Depends how far back you go.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I'm sure there are people who believe what you've just said very strongly.
All right. I don't want to get into politics. I genuinely thought that was like a thing. I didn't know it was like a controversial thing.
I suspect there are also Finns that strongly oppose that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Don't worry about your screen share. I said that weird.
I'm so
Don't worry about your screen share. It worked.
Yeah, but I'm very worried for the next few slides because I want to share.
I think technically Mohammed said Bottas for Victor too, so he did better than I did.
You know what?
I just bailed us out of Pierre.
We'll take that point. So that's 4 for 6.
I agree.
We got 4 for 6.
Not?
The objective failures were Daniel, which we would never have gotten, and
Sergio Perez.
It pretty much just correlates with who I've found it worthwhile to Wikipedia and who I haven't.
Here, screen your share. Share your screen.
I'm trying to. Okay.
Billy Evers. We're back, everybody.
We're back. We've solved our IT issues, and we're here to talk about the 2024 cars. Look at what PowerPoint suggested as a screen for me for the 2024 cars when I put that as a title.
It's way too colorful.
Yeah. So we start at the back of the grid.
Adam,
I'll ask you to start and talk to us about the Haas.
Ooh.
Oh, so we're doing the ratings now?
Yeah, that's the whole
story. Adam has our Excel sheet.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up the score sheet that I made for this that automatically adds the columns. Okay, guys, so this was the first to be announced. It was way before everybody else. And it set the tone for a miserable carbon nightmare. My opinion about this has only been elevated a little bit by Mohammed's early enthusiasm for it and my abiding love for Oscar Piastri.
Did you say my early enthusiasm?
Yeah, you liked this initially, and then Arafat tanked it. Maybe you don't remember those days, but I have records, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going to give this full middle of the road. It's the most average livery because I'm doing this waiting on how they spread this year. This is objectively below average, but for this year, it's plumb average. So it's a 5 for me.
All right, that's fair.
And I'm reminded of what a 5 it is because Arafat's wearing the beautiful Vodafone McLaren blouse today. And it reminds me of how beautiful an orange can be.
I've decided to go super harsh this year because I'm so disappointed in the carbon nightmare. And I think a livery should tell you about the attitude, the vibe, and everything else that's going on with a team, right? And I'm going to talk about this a bit as we go through. And, the attitude that teams putting forward. And I think with Haas, the way their team principal, their new one, is just like, yeah, we're going to be last. Everything doesn't work. Like the livery matches that vibe. And, there was a thing on the race.com where they said, the problem with liveries is every sponsor has their requirements. Our thing has to look like this. This has to be on this color, blah, blah, blah. And so the whole thing becomes a corporate nightmare and less of a piece of design. So the Haas, to me, I'm going to go with 2 out of 10 because...
Nice.
It's just disappointing. I feel like they've not tried. and it matches that defeatist vibe the team has.
Okay.
Yeah, my Haas rating is a 4. I think it's one of the worst liveries. There's too much exposed carbon. And honestly, I don't know. The whole team just makes me so sad now. That the only thing I think of when I think of Ayao Komatsu is when he made Mick Schumacher stop doing donuts and said, Mick,
Oh
we just
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a wonderful guy, but he
Yeah.
suffers under the yoke of Haas, and there's nothing one can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could talk about Gunter Steiner later, but I've decided to take a different approach to rating the cars. I'm going to give it, in my mind, a score based out of three elements. One is how it looks like on track, so this picture would do that. And then two, how it looks like in the studio, because these cars look a lot better in the studio. And then three is how it looks like compared to last year, so if they've improved or gotten worse. So in the studio, I actually think this car does look. I'm looking at the studio pictures. It looks quite nice. It shines on the black. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10 in the studio. On the track, I think it looks like a 2. That's a 2 out of 10. But then compared to last year, I'd say it's gotten worse. So that's more like a 4. So all of that averages out to like about a 3.5. So I'm gonna go with a 4 out of 10.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Ready for the next car? Well, currently Haas is in first place on our scale by default. It's like,
Technically,
you know, when you're
McLaren announced first.
yeah, true.
So
No,
that's
but in
why I
our
said 5
scoring
initially. That
system,
was for
we've given
McLaren.
scores for the Haas. We've not scored any other car.
My bad.
There we go.
Ooh.
The steak
Oh boy. Okay.
green, whatever this monstrosity is called.
Monstrosity. Okay, I
How
can't.
dare you,
Okay,
Can I rate
sir?
it first? Can I rate it first?
All right, you go
Yes, clearly.
10 out of 10.
You've-
first.
What? Okay.
Best livery on the grid. This thing, remember I was talking to you about the vibe and attitude. This color and ridiculousness matches Bottas's mullet.
Mullet.
Bottas
Yeah,
is
sure.
appearing
I
with
knew
his
that was coming.
mustache, his mullet. He's stopped caring. And he's like, you know, I've seen like videos of him and he's like, yeah, we're going to have a few surprises for you this year. And he's just like so laid back and chilled about it and so ridiculous. I think this car perfectly matches the vibe that Sauber is. And Sauber's like, we're going to be Honda soon. We're not Alfa Romeo anymore. We're this crazy thing that's happening
Audi.
just now.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's when you like are finishing university, right? So that's like Alfa Romeo, whatever. And it's the summer before you start your serious job with Audi. This is the summer party car with Bottas's mullet before he's eventually fired and replaced with someone more serious for Audi. But this car, this color, the entire vibe of that team, I'm loving it. 10 out of 10.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
My position on this car is that it's one of the better black cars. So I'm still taking a very anti-carbon stance, but I'm giving this one a 6.5. I think it's essentially the second best, and spoiler warning, of the mostly carbon cars. And I agree. I think it's wild. It looks better in the showroom where the green goes crazy than this like kind of weird key lime in the sun. But it's so fun. It's a video game streaming platform. Like it's just yeah, it's spring break mobile. I'm into it.
All right, so when I saw this in the studio shots, I fell in love with it. They had the green neon, they had the smoke. The car looked so cool.
Smoke, yeah.
It looked like it came out of like a Fortnite thing, and I was like, wow, this car looks amazing. I love it. So my studio version of it, I would give it like a 9 out of 10. But when it came out on track, there was no smoke and neon laser lights around it. It was just in the sun, and I was more disappointed. And I was like, why have they used this electric green? What have they done? So that for me would have given it a 4. And then when I compared it to last year, which had that gorgeous one-off livery with the Italian flag, that was so good. But even then, the red and the black, it matched together so well that this is definitely a downgrade, which would make me give it 2 points for that. So that's a total of 15, which averages out to 5. So I give this car a 5 out of 10.
All right, fair enough.
You're wrong, but okay.
One last hurrah before we get the Nico Hulkenberg and Carlos Sainz Audi.
Look at this.
Oh, V-Carb, why must you be so beautiful and have such a bad team name?
It's the worst name.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go first because I need to lead the charge on the two Honda mobiles. This one's a 9 out of 10 for me, partly because I want to give room for something to be a 10 later, like if we get an Alfa Romeo at Monza type situation.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is a stone cold stunner. That blue, it has this sort of marriage of the Toro Rosso blue and the indigo I wanted from Red Bull Vegas. Like, it's a stunning blue, like a tanzanite blue. The Orlin, they have to make that work, and they super did once again. I can maybe take or leave the volume of the white. Maybe could have gone for a thinner stripe, but all told, they've painted the car unabashedly. The colors go so well together. Yeah, I mean, I just wish that they had ripped off more of Red Bull, honestly, because my prediction that I'm no longer predicting is that V-Carb wins in Bahrain. Because I was going to predict that the RB20 is not going to be as good as the RB19. That doesn't seem to be true anymore. But in any case, that's a stone cold killer right there.
For me, I'm going to give it a 7 because I think it looks like a cheap imitation of the amazing Toro Rosso that we're all thinking of. Like you said, the white is too chunky, and there's something. It's as if you had all the right ingredients for a great recipe, but somehow the meal's not come together. And I can't quite put my finger on what, but like you said, I love the colors. I love that it has its name across the front, and it's called Hugo. But something I think it's the white. I think it's the white is too chunky and just doesn't look right. It looks like a cheap Formula 3 car rather than a Formula 1 car.
Ooh,
I think.
wow.
Do you know what I
the
mean?
words are coming out. I mean, that big stripe of Cash App on the rear wing is objectively bad. I'll give
I'm
you
okay
that. Maybe
with
that's
that.
the
It's
bad ingredient.
the white across the front where it says Visa and Hugo and all that. That doesn't look right. It makes the nose look like short and stubby. There's something about that I don't like. That's upsetting me.
You got to get their showroom images on your other screen or something. Boy, that blue.
So wait, what would you give it? 7 out of 10?
Yeah.
All right. So I think that the track photos look a lot better than the showroom photos. When I saw the track photos, I thought, this is a solid 6 out of 10. When I saw the track room photos, or the track, not track room, the track photos, I was like, wow, I actually really like the blue. It pops really nicely. I'm happy that they painted the car. There's no carbon. So I gave it an 8 out of 10. And then when you compare it to last year, I think it's a significant improvement. I was really disappointed with the design choices that AlphaTauri was making back when they were AlphaTauri. I'm just going to go ahead and call this team Minardi because I'm not going to call it V-Carb. So I think it's an improvement from what AlphaTauri was. And this new Minardi car, I think I'd give it 6 for improving. So all of that averages out to about a 7 out of 10 as well. They only lose a few points because I don't know. I feel like for their name, they lose points for their name.
Oh yeah.
Because
Their name.
what is V carb?
Worst
Is that like a
name
kind of
in
diet?
Formula 1
Like
history.
It's real bad. Yeah.
Visa, Cash App, Racing Bulls, Hugo Boss, Kick, F1 Stake, Racing Team.
No, Viga's the Cash App, Racing Bull, Hugo, and then Aston Martin got Boss. It's true. That's how they decided to split it.
That's
crazy.
Very annoying. So 7 out of 10. I like the blue. It's an improvement from before. Yeah.
Should we move on to the next one?
Absolutely.
Williams.
Ooh.
Oh, Williams.
Williams.
Shall I start?
Okay, this is the Red Bull of Mercedes, so you guys can go first. This is the Toro Rosso of Mercedes.
The Toro Rosso of Mercedes. So they put out an image of Alex Albon wearing a race suit, and his race suit was white. And when I think of Williams, and I don't know if it's the same for Adam, I think blue and white, right? And I was excited.
I thought you were going to say I think of white people, so I'm happy to hear this.
So I was excited for something that looked like a more classic Williams livery. Instead, we got this, which is a sort of sad, boring blue with the Gulf logo on the front and lots of exposed bits that are going to be carbon fiber. So for me, this is another 2.
Wow. That's
Okay.
actually shocking to me because this isn't materially different from last year's car. But
Yeah, but like
that's okay.
they teased
It's the
ambition
height of your
and then
I get
flopped.
it. Interesting.
I'm going to be much harsher than last year. I think I'm really upset by this whole carbon fiber thing, and I'm going to be quite harsh on a lot of them.
I'm
Okay.
looking forward to Blau's Wash, our next round after this,
So
because
I
I feel
think that
differently.
the track shots look a lot worse than the studio shot. The studio shot, that car came out, I was like, this is gorgeous. I love the blue. It reminds me of my favorite ever Williams livery, which was from 2020, I think. I was like, this is so good. I think it looks so nice. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And then I saw it on track, and I was like, ew. Brother, what is that? Ew. And I thought that's maybe worth, instead, that's like a 3 on track. And compared to last year, it's pretty neutral. I wouldn't say necessarily they've gone better or worse. So that's like a 5, and so that averages out to about a 6 out of 10, and I think that's fair. I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10.
Nice. For me, I gave this an 8. I don't think that I can really give it much worse than I did last year. It's still a lovely combination of blue. It is true that something about the dark blue is not as impressive. Maybe again, it's because we're on, anti-carbon mode, but it is painted. Still looks very nice in the light. I could take or leave the Duracell. It importantly reminds me of my most promising team principal, Ayao Komatsu, who's written all over the car for some reason. And I mean, still steady as she goes for Williams. It's a stately painted car. It doesn't drive me wild, but I still like it.
Wait, why does
And
Duracell remind you of Komatsu?
No, I'm kidding. The word Komatsu is all over the car.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah,
I
all
do
over
see
the
it
side.
on the nose. Wow.
And
Why
the
did they
sides,
do that?
they went wild with it. Oh, it's some
What?
automotive company. It's not him.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
You actually thought Ayao
I was like,
had some stock.
why did they throw his name all over their car?
It's amazing. They have the right vowels all over the Haas now.
Yeah.
I guess technically Haas already has 2 vowels.
Ooh, excellent. Yeah. What's next?
But yeah, Mohammed, go look at like the Williams from like 2003, 2004 with Montoya. That's what a Williams should look like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think about Jacques Villeneuve's
Oh yeah, the blue and white.
Williams as the pinnacle of how beautiful that car can look. Enough respect to the 92, 93 as well, which is nice. But I don't think I like it particularly for the white. And when they got to like the BMW predominantly white era, I didn't actually enjoy that personally. So just the
That's
difference in
Sauber.
taste.
Oh, do you mean like when they were Mercedes, like 2014 onwards, with the Martini livery?
Yeah. Wasn't there also a
No, I
BMW
didn't feel that.
Williams
I liked
era?
the Royal Bank of Scotland blue that they used to have
Yeah,
going
it
on.
still has to be
But why are
predominantly
they
blue.
no longer white? Why not just have a white car? They could just do that. Like, what's stopping them?
I don't want that though. Remember how bad the George Russell era white Mercedes Williams looked?
Yeah,
Yuck.
but wasn't that because of George Russell?
Probably. You hater watch is back.
Have we got a score for all of them?
Prefect watch.
I can't remember.
We don't have a score from Mohammed.
Oh, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
6. Okay.
Adam, why don't you update us on what the scoreboard looks like at the minute?
Okay. At the moment, do you want all of them or just the podium or?
Just the podium so far.
Okay, so if we had the podium now, don't change your votes based on who you want to unseat. But this would be the third step of the podium would be Williams, probably because of my vote. The second place on the podium would be occupied by Sauber.
Minority.
And then,
oh yeah, now Sauber.
Yeah. Minarbi would be on number 1.
Minarbi. Very good. Okay. So here's the monstrosity that is the BWT carbon fiber. We have a little bit of paint, so we're going to just put it around the edges. 1 out of 10. And the 1 point that it gets, and the reason it doesn't get a 0, is because, you know the stuff on the engine cover?
Yeah.
Where's the link you sent me? What's it called? Like where the Alpine logo is? From the side, in the studio view, that looks okay sometimes.
It looks okay. Okay, the only way that I can rate this is I need to know right now whether we're also rating the pink one.
Oh
Pink
yeah,
was
let's
better.
let's just
Are we
call
going
it.
to do it though? Do you have a slide, or are we going to do it
I
one
don't have a
after the
slide.
other?
Let me
Okay, so let's
find it for
trash this
myself.
one first, and then we'll have a side chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's a 3 for me. No
Ooh.
notes.
Yeah.
Well, what can I even say?
Okay. I think this one's an 8 for me. 8 out of 10. I really like it. I don't know why people hate on it so much. It's nice. I like the color combo. The black works. From the angles it works. It looks dashing and daring. It'll
You
be
just
really
bumped this
slow.
ahead of Haas.
It'll be the slowest car.
No, I don't
The
think
only
it'll be the
place it'll be
slowest.
ahead of Haas.
It'll be the
Yeah.
slowest car, but it will
No.
look gorgeous while being slow.
No, it doesn't look
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. It
Oh
looks
my
unfinished.
god.
Looks unfinished.
8
They
on
forgot
track.
about it. They were
8
like, "Oh
on
my
track.
god, we need to release a car. Oh,
8
here's
in the
one that was lying
studio.
around."
Better than last year. 8 out of 10. Let's go.
Fine, whatever.
Okay, man. You know what? Fine.
Here, let me-
Did
let
you
me
say
share
1 or
my-
2, Arafat?
Huh?
Did you say 1 or 2?
One.
Okay,
Arafat,
so it's tied with Haas.
Stop sharing your screen so I can pull up the pink one.
Unless you can remember. Oh no, we need everyone to see. Yeah.
No, I've got it. Can you see that? You should see it.
Is
That's
that the
not it.
official one? That's not
That's
the
it.
That's not
official
it.
one. That's
That's
the
not
fan
it.
one.
That's not
Alpine
correct.
F1 expected. Oh no, where's?
A524.
No.
Oh, I got it. Hold on. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm giving this one
I
eight,
know.
8.5 out of 10.
Like sort of, right? It's sort of gorgeous.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one gets 6. It's sort of gorgeous
No,
the way
9
like.
out of 10.
You
I
know
love
what
it.
Do you know what these two
9?
cars
Okay.
are? I've just realized what's going on.
Wow. We're
The
drinking
first
the
one we
Kool-Aid.
talked about, Pierre Gasly. This one, Esteban Ocon. This one gets a 6 from me.
Okay, listen, guys. I gave it a 7, which to contextualize is the highest rating of a black car, which are not good. This rules, and the reason why. Okay, a couple things. First of all, look at the pink, the darker pink.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the Vodafone orange of pinks. It is
Yeah.
much better.
Gorgeous.
And when you see this car straight on,
Yeah.
the pink looks incredible, and you can see they've made a different aerodynamic choice with the nose that only Williams has copied as well. It's
Yeah.
very flat. I wonder if that's. I mean, nothing's helping them. I guess nothing was a good choice, but that's the Renault engine. Yeah. I mean, it's still a cardinal sin to expose your carbon,
Yeah.
but for a
The
car
pink
that's going to be
works.
arrested for streaking, it's the most beautiful of those.
I'm giving this bad boy a 9 out of 10. This car is just objectively gorgeous. It's so good.
I can't believe we only
I
get it for
love
3
the
races.
way-
Can they give it to me after?
The pink and the blue works together so well. The black works so well. I just like it. 9 out of 10. I will say I'm loving the rumors that it's going to be the slowest car on the grid.
No,
That would
it's
be
not.
hilarious.
It's going to be in the
It
middle.
can't be slower than Haas, can it?
Everyone,
They'll
people
finish-
are saying it's going to be slower than Haas.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor as well.
That's a lie.
I've
They'll
heard also
finish
that the
P6.
Stake F1 car is basically like the closest to a ripoff of the RB19. No.
I thought that was going to be the Minardi car. It was going to be
Yeah,
the
somehow
Minardi's
they
got other
didn't take
things
as many
going on.
notes. And Valtteri said, like, we have some surprises waiting for you. It's going to be a good
Or
year.
maybe the surprise was that like the car's gonna Nickelodeon style jettison slime on the track. Maybe
That would
that's
be
what it
I
meant.
would love that.
Oh, man, I want, like, the Nickelodeon. You know how the way that they
Yeah.
have, like, the SpongeBob characters do the Super Bowl casting?
Yeah.
We should just replace F1 Kids with that.
Yeah.
Well, is F1 Kids
Or
any
F1
good?
Kids plus that.
I haven't seen F1 Kids though. Is it any good or is it really just like
I only
cringe?
watched like 10 minutes. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
The
it's
thing
fine.
is, like, if for me the Super Bowl SpongeBob thing was actually in the future by 30 seconds for some reason, so I was only watching that, and it was a trip, and I don't know if I could handle that in F1. It was quite unhinged. But anyway, all right,
Yeah, it really was.
all right. Let me stop
Should I go
sharing.
back to mine?
Yeah.
This one. Right. Can I start with the Aston Martin?
Okay.
When
Yes.
this car first came into our lives, what, 2 years ago now?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, I love this green. The pink, I was
3
like,
years.
BWT. And then when it came with the yellow, I was like,
2
this is
years.
even better. The poster I had on my wall as a kid was an Aston Martin DBR S9. which had this green and yellow scheme. Looking at this car this year, the thing that I'm reminded of, you know when you buy a new kettle and it's like all white, right?
Okay.
And then after a few years, it starts to have that yellowness about it, and it's like dulled and stale, and something's happened. And you
Okay.
clean it, and it's still that weird, dull color. And you're
I've
like,
never
Absolutely.
what
experienced
stained
this. I don't know what you're doing
This
with
is
your
the
kettle.
most English metaphor I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And
That's what's
unfortunately,
happened
I
to the
understand.
Aston Martin. Something about the green that I loved has dulled in this car, and it's not working for me anymore. So this car gets a 4, and I can't understand.
Whoa!
I
Wow.
can't, and something's gone wrong, and I can't
harsh.
work out
I
what
understand.
it is.
Wow.
Okay. Mohammed, what do you think?
9 out of 10. This car is gorgeous.
Yo, back.
They
Mohammed's like, we don't have
absolutely-
kettles in America.
They absolutely improved with adding the streak of yellow. I love it. The black is hidden. It looks so good. This car is gorgeous. It's beautiful. 9 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, here are my thoughts. It's still beautiful. The green is beautiful. Something about the studio shots make it look like they've changed the tone of the green a little bit. It's like less blue tinted. But then the merch doesn't look different. So I have a feeling it was just the studio lighting. I guess time will tell. The objectionable part about this car is that the carbon equator has risen. If you look in profile, they're getting away with cutting out more of that beautiful emerald now. I don't approve of that.
No.
The rest, yeah, it's just, I feel hypocritical giving it too low a score when they've barely done anything different. But because the black has risen, I'm giving it an 8.5 instead of a 9 this year. I get it. I was tiring. I wanted them to do just something dramatically different just because I like change.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw it testing on track again, I was like, okay, it's a painted car and it's still an exceptional green.
You know, on the nose, the way the... Oh, can you see my mouse on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, how exciting. I wonder if they needed some bright yellow up the side of the nose here or something. But
That really would have changed your score from a 4 to something positive.
It just feels tired. It feels old and like they didn't bother.
Fast and gorgeous and beautiful.
And like the wing is all black. I wish they'd done this with green with some like yellow along the front or something.
This is why you're not a professional car designer.
I'd be so good at car designing.
How to paint a car by F1
For the second time this recording, Sean Bull is spinning in his grave.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Sean. Come on the show.
Have we scored them all then? Everyone's provided.
Well, can we? No, we still have the top cars. What's the leaderboard now? The podium.
Okay, checking out on the leaderboard. It's still Minardi at number 1.
Oh wow.
Al Pink is number 2, and tied for number 3 is Aston and Sauber.
Oh wow. Still, Minardi is number 1. Oh, I scored that thing.
Just chill, bro. It's fine. It's fine. Just let the chips fall where they may, steak or otherwise.
1 out of 10.
This is a 1. I mean,
Okay.
The orange on the nose. I love that my mouse is on the screen. The orange on the nose stops here, and then you've got this random black bit. These lines here. I mean, the car moves this way, but the lines move backwards, and it gives this like disjointed sense. There's way too much carbon going on. And then the chrome wheel covers should be cool or like a good marketing idea, but make it look like a clown car. It's like they've got 2 of the best drivers in the world. They've got what have they done? 1 out of 10.
Yep.
I agree.
I accidentally rated it as at the beginning. It's a 5 for me. Dead average.
I've said before, McLaren Shadow is the best McLaren livery I've seen ever. And they handle the black and orange with blue so well. And this is awful. In every sense of the word, no redeeming features, 1 out of 10.
Like even the way
Award's car.
this nose like pinches in onto the halo.
It's just bad. It's bad.
It just
Nothing
looks bad.
about it is good. Nothing about it is bad. 1 out of 10, McLaren.
What?
Yeah.
You know, I've realized this is an
guys.
audio
Oh,
only
and then
version.
look, they're advertising for British American tobacco here as well. So that's great.
What's OKX? Is that another British tobacco?
Probably.
The font makes me feel like it's going to be crypto.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
It's buy Bitcoin and crypto.
Yeah, there you go. So you've got tobacco and crypto. Very good.
Disgusting. Get it out of my face.
Yeah.
1 out of 10.
Ferrari.
Ooh.
Ferrari.
Mwah. Our new team.
I'm going to give this car 10 out of 10.
Oh.
Because
you don't have to explain why. It's because
image.
You're drunk on Lewis. It's fine.
I've added an extra image. No. Genuinely, it's this yellow and white stripe.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I was talking about? The little details can lift things so well. So they've not shortened the nose or done something weird with it like the other companies. And I think Ferrari have always been a little weird about how they've placed their logos, but I think they're starting to understand and how to do it. And then in this view,
it looks so good.
Okay,
yeah,
the yellow and the white.
You've written oof.
Oof. The yellow and the white, and then they've got it here on the wing as well. And they've got the two colored wings. They've got the red part, and the back part is black. I think they've nailed this.
Yeah.
And it's a car with actual paint on it, as opposed to being completely just exposed carbon fiber.
Yeah.
So
somewhat.
I'm very, very pleased with this.
I can see it.
Adam Avatar.
For me, this is a 7.5. I feel like I see eye to eye with Arafat on most podcasts, and this is the most we've disagreed. The yellow and white to me screams Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. It just looks like mustard and ketchup and mayo to me. I can't get it out of my head. The race suits look worse if and when we get to that. That's the McDonald's employee vibes there. But this, I just like, I don't know. I certainly, 7.5 isn't bad. Like it's still a good livery. The red is acceptable, not even acceptable. It's proper again. None of this 2022 dark red stuff. The red is beautiful. It's eye catching. They've made the carbon look integrated in a deliberate way rather than just a cheesy way. The angularity, the pattern, really tasteful. So kudos for painting it. Shame about the mustard, but otherwise a lovely automobile.
9 out of 10 for me. This car is gorgeous. I love the addition of the yellow. Just like how they added the yellow to the green at the Aston. It looks so good. This view of it, the top view, makes it look even better. It's just so good. It's like reminds me of the Vegas Ferrari livery, which I loved. And they've brought some of that aspect with the white logo onto this car. So no complaints right here. 9 out of 10. I love it.
I refuse to believe this isn't about Lewis. I refuse. It's subconscious.
I don't know if I've dethroned Minardi.
Should we go to Lewis's team?
Yeah, let's finish it out and then catch up.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So Lewis's team let's
nominally.
So here is the Mercedes.
Why do you gotta tell it like it is?
Oh, sorry. I've accidentally put an old Formula E car on the screen. My bad. What we're looking for is the new Mercedes one, where they have the silver and black, and they've got the new sponsorship from SAP. Have you seen? Mercedes have SAP, some German software company. But anyway, here it is. Oh no, wait! This is a 10-year-old McLaren. But has all the ingredients. Oh no, wait. Because they've got the red Ineos, like they're contractually bound to have the red Ineos, aren't they? They got to put that on the car. Here it is, with the silver and black and the red Ineos coloring. There we go. Here's another useless car.
What car is this?
This is the 2015 Honda, yeah.
Oh my god.
And then finally, another unimaginative, useless piece of design. The Mercedes.
You don't know. They have so much pace in hand. They've got
that I got tricked into thinking this might be a good looking car. Where is it? You know the screen that you sent.
Yeah, the studio shots. Totally. They look kind of awesome.
There's a studio shot. Where is it? Where you're looking at it front on. I'm trying to find Mercedes. Where is it? Oh, this.
I've got it. Do you want me to share my screen? I'll share my screen.
I've got it here. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, share your screen. I'll stop sharing mine for a second.
that one. Right?
Yeah. I saw that and I thought, oh, that looks very good. And then you go around to the side
Yeah.
and it's just like, I know the black Mercedes in of itself looked good. Silver Mercedes looked good. This is just really cynical carbon fiber. Our car's too heavy. We have to put some red on for Ineos. We have to put some green on for Petronas. All the logos have to be placed here, here, and here. It's just the worst. And I was talking about the vibes of the teams,
Oh
right?
man.
And like
Yeah.
how Kick Sauber is like, hey, this is our summer vacation. We're here and we're green and we have mullets. Like, that's amazing. Mercedes is like, we've run out of design ideas, but we're a corporate team and have these obligations to these corporate sponsors. Please look at them. That's what this
Right.
car says to me. And that's not, I think it's just a really cynical design. And I don't like it. 1 out of
Okay,
10.
and where does that put your score?
1.
Oh, this is also based on Lewis. This is clearly a Lewis-related crime.
All right, I'll go next then.
Yeah.
So I loved it from the back. My favorite Mercedes livery of all time is the W11, which had the stars going down the back and the black, and it just looked so good, and the red, and it just popped. You can kind of see the elements of that in the back of the car and the side of the car. So when I initially saw it from the side, I was like, wow, that's a gorgeous car, 9 out of 10. But then when I looked at it from the front, I was like, not a big fan of the silver. And then I had to look at the old silver Mercedeses to see, like, did I ever like those? And they just look good in general. But the combination is so, I don't know. However, when I saw this on the studio, I thought 5 out of 10. But on track, somehow it's working for me. I can't put it into words. I can't articulate it how, but it's working for me on track. I think it looks good. So I'm going to even this all out and say 7 out of 10.
Okay, interesting. I thought you were going to say the total opposite when you put that in chat last month.
Oh, well, no. So
Because
initially,
for me, it's the opposite. So I will.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
initially when I saw it, I thought it was trash. I was like, what is
see.
this? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've not
Total
changed my
opposite for
opinion
me.
on that.
So when I saw this, I thought it was quite beautiful in the studio. My idea of an ultimate Mercedes in this era is gradient. Like I think that the way that they should position themselves is as silver black gradient, different eras of dominance, fractions of eras. I think that I prefer silver on balance. The W13 was beautiful to me, even if it performed poorly, and the W14 was hideous. The thing with this, I don't know, somehow in the studio the gradient works for me, the transition
Yo, look
around
at this. This
the
is so
cockpit.
nice.
The red is tastefully employed. I think the stripe towards the nose makes it more than just token Ineos on the air intake, and I think that's important. But on track, it looks washed out. The black doesn't look good anymore. The silver looks like it's just a sticker that's placed on top. The gradient doesn't
Here, share your track
perform
shot.
anymore. So I'm going to have to say 6 out of 10 for the W15.
Wow. This is a Lewis thing, and I still have a little bit of support for him, I guess. Red Bull. What's there to say? It's the same livery from last year, 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. I've worked out what this car needs. So remember we're talking about the vibe of a team. So 2007, 2008, it was the era where everyone was showing up in suits. Like Lewis and Alonso were wearing like Hugo Boss suits or whatever it was. And all the other teams felt very, very corporate. And Red Bull were like the rebels. They had this really young team principal who was in his 30s. They wore Red Bull hoodies and things. And they were like the young disruptors. And they've got like photos of Verstappen with this car and the word rebel in the background. And it's like, you're not the disruptors anymore. You're the dominant force in Formula One. And I think there's like a mismatch between who they are and what vibe they're trying to sell.
Yeah.
Like Christian Horner is not the 35-year-old anymore. And like all that other stuff. They're not this young team that's taking it to the giants. They are the giant. And like aerodynamically, this car's amazing. Like you look at all the different bits of it. It's so interesting. And I think they need to lean into the fact that they're number one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was thinking about it. I was like, what did they? Because they basically keep it the same every year. So that's what it's like. Yeah, 5 out of 10. That's the score I'm going to give it. But I was like, what can
Yeah.
they do to make it more interesting? So we liked the purple when it was the Infinity Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, they could bring purple back. I would like that. Around
Yeah,
the
the
Red Bull
Vegas
bit,
RB was
they
amazing.
could do some more interesting things. And then I was thinking, actually, on this blue, what would look really good is gold. And they should be like, put loads of gold on the
the
car.
Champions T-shirt livery.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody even mocked that.
Yeah,
Verstappen
the
with his-
gold. Oh my god! Take out the red and the yellow and just put the gold logo
Yeah.
on the car.
What a flex too.
Oh my
Exactly.
god!
Like,
that
lean
would
into
look
it. Be like,
so
close out
good.
these regs with a gold car. Oh my
Yeah.
Oh
god.
my
So be
god,
like,
that
we're
would look
number
so
one.
good.
Our car is blue and gold. If you want to try and take it off us, come catch us.
Like just like a solid blue logo. Oh, that would actually look.
Yeah,
That would look
so
good. I'd give that like a 9 out of 10. That's so good.
and that's what the thing for me about like the Mercedes and about the Red Bull, all these things, is you know it could be so much better, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Sauber is obviously ridiculous and objectively not good, but I just love the craziness of it. Whereas this, I'm just like, you're still trying to sell the vibe of who you were 10 years ago, but you're not that team anymore. So slap a whole bunch of gold on it, lean into who you are now. And
That would still be
better.
that vibe.
The only thing
me.
I think is, like, if I'm being honest, if I saw that, you know, the anti-Red Bull bias in me would outweigh my objective opinion, and I'd give it a 1 out of 10 for gaudiness. But if I took out the bias, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. So that's how strong the bias
take out the
is.
bias. It's okay, man. We're all brothers here. You don't work for Mercedes no more.
Cover the logos on my...
Exactly. At least it's
Well,
red.
I'm wearing
You're fine.
this to let Muhammad understand, because he was like, what do I do with all this stuff that I own? And I'm like, no, we're not Mercedes fans. We're Lewis Hamilton fans. And I have this old 2008 McLaren t-shirt.
Yeah.
And now it's like retro or whatever.
Yeah.
And all the Mercedes stuff we have will one day be like retro and quite interesting. But from next year, we'll be wearing all red, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be really retro whenever Mercedes gets sold to Andretti.
Yo, put a Ferrari patch on your red hat somewhere different. Like, don't cover it, but
Like,
put it somewhere
to the
else.
side.
And that's basically like a calling card of like, I'm a Lewis fan.
You should put it
It's kinda
just to the
cool.
left. Just to the left, put Ferrari logo, and just to the right, put McLaren, so you can show the journey.
That's one busy hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that
Yeah.
was fun.
Legit. What score?
5.
No, Arafat.
Oh, 5.
I haven't even spoken to this car. You're gonna bypass my religious
No,
sermon?
no.
I
We
forgot
know
that
you
you-
need to explain.
No, it's okay. So, I mean, for this one, obviously, this is my team. I was disappointed at first. Like, I want there to be variety. So I've given this a 7.5. Let's just
That's
get that
very
out of the way.
fair. Very fair.
And yeah, fair for bias. And also, I think that for me, Red Bull still will always be the rebels to me. You know, I went to the auto show recently. They had a DJ. They had free Red Bull. Their publicity stunts are always still bananas, monster trucks and hydrofoils and whatnot. I think that energy will always be there. Yeah, I think the one thing that I've come to accept, and this wasn't my idea, I don't want to take credit for it, this is like Twitter's idea, but Red Bull is now sufficiently established that there's a reasonable case to be made for not changing by that much. Like, they are Ferrari in their own right, out of the success that they've produced, and have probably earned the right to have an origin from which they only deviate by so much. I think that's like a reasonable claim. But is it interesting? No. Now, little notes for the people, the devout among us. You have to understand that for me, the RB16 is basically like an object of worship, the 16B. And so little things that I've noticed that I love about this car is that the RB19 had too yellow of a nose, and this car has the RB16B yellow. Now, unfortunately, they've taken the too bright yellow and put it at the air intake instead. So it's not pure 16B in terms of tone, but these are the things that, you know, a seasoned appreciator of the Red Bull need to see. I like that a lot more. And yeah, it's hard to find fault with the livery, but I would have liked more creativity. 7.5.
All right, so that should be it.
Yeah.
Can we go from the bottom, like from number 10, and then work our way up, or 11, I guess, because we have two albums.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Excel doesn't do that automatically, but I think my brain might be able to.
Oh.
So, in last, with 8 points, we have McLaren.
Deserved.
Tied for second last, we have Haas and Alpine Blue.
Okay.
Deserved.
I'm surprised. My Alpine Blue, I gave it like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. After that, we have Mercedes.
Okay.
Okay. Then Williams.
Wow.
Then, because of you folks, we have Red Bull.
Okay. Hey, you
If
beat
it was
Mercedes.
gold, I'd give it 9 or 10.
Tied for fourth place is Aston Martin and Sauber. The Battle of the Greens.
Okay.
And now for our podium. In third place,
Minardi, I'll be
Al
so
Pink.
mad. Oh, Al Pink. Wow.
Al Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. In second place, Minardi. And in first place, with a clear lead, is Ferrari.
Nice.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like Ferrari, every year, whenever the car you bring out, you'll know automatically that's a Ferrari. You know the whole thing about Red Bull doesn't change. Like, they can change as much as Ferrari changes. They put little details here and there. Sometimes it's red and white. Sometimes it's red and black. Like, they'd wheel a Red Bull out and you'd still go, that's the Red Bull, because it has all the Red Bull colors and things. But they can still change it a little bit to make it more interesting.
Yeah, I completely agree.
They should just adopt the Japan livery forever.
Once they get the Ford engine as well.
Yes.
Huge bump by Mohammed for that Al Pink. My God.
Yeah. Yeah, two of the cars on the podium there were ones I wasn't very fond of. So
yeah, that's democracy for you. Some kind of democracy in which Mohammed
rules. What did
rules.
I give Minardi? Yeah. I'm surprised that I...
Minardi, you gave a 7.
Oh. How did it get so high? Did we all just give it good scores somehow?
I mean, it's painted, bro. That's like a 6 already. That's sad but true.
All right, shall we do the driver suits?
That's right.
We'll just fly through it.
Have you got a gallery?
I don't have the gallery for the driver suits.
Here, I have it up.
Okay, just go for that link.
But let me go from and then back end to end.
I recommend going from the back.
Yeah, okay. We'll do it fast because we're already at like almost an hour or something.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Rapid fire.
Just gut feeling.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
Okay, Haas.
And we'll save all like there'll be no interim rankings. We'll just rank it at the end, like the podium.
Yeah. This is a normal racing suit. It can have a 5 from me.
3.
This is a normal racing suit. It can have a 5 from me.
Okay, 553. Are you gonna type it in or no? I'm just curious.
Done.
Oh, okay,
done.
nice.
I'm typing.
Okay.
Yep, you're gonna get it.
What? Did they not release it? Oh, so
they had to take it off because Steak is not cleared to be a team anymore. This is the official website, by the way. Obviously, this is Reddit, but I mean, on the website, this is temporarily what it looks like.
10 out of 10.
Stop, guys. Come on. If you give it a 10, I'm going to have to give it a 0 to balance it out. The actual livery with the green and black is a 7 for me. It's pretty poppin'.
The actual one, their clothes looks. I saw someone on Twitter was like, "Why do they look like dart players?" I was like, "Oh yeah, they do look like professional dart players." But go back to Joe's photo because he looks like a lost child.
Joe's photo? Yeah, go back to it. Oh, poor guy.
It's like, yeah, have you seen this child?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I'm going to go with 7 out of 10 just from my memory of what the steak suit used to look like.
Yeah, fine. 7.
The key lime doesn't look that good in the light, but that's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
By the way, just to cover that off, all Formula One fans look like dart players because they have our physique, but in the team wear. It's not a good scene. Guys, come on.
9 out of 10. I love it.
We're all
Yeah,
Van
I think this is a
Gerwen
good
versus
suit.
Price.
I was going to give it 8.
Yeah.
8?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, here's how you know that I'm an honest guy. I give it a 2.
Wow.
I don't like the white, and I don't think that they've managed to balance out the ludicrous number of sponsors they have. It's so busy with logos.
How good does Yuki look in it?
Did you see there's that photo of Yuki where he's accidentally covering the O on his symbol with his arm, and it says, "I'm so glad Yuki comes with instructions this year."
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate
Exactly. How
this
can you hate
suit, guys.
Wow,
Fair enough.
interesting. Okay,
Next.
2. I now have the same problems that
That I just
Adam
had?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
I
3.
was gonna say 4.
It's bad and it doesn't match the car.
Yeah. 2,
Yeah,
3,
it doesn't
4.
match the car is a problem.
What is this picture of Alex? What is this picture
Yeah,
of
that's
him?
real bad. It's real bad.
Did his girlfriend cut his hair? It's awful. This is a bad picture
His
of
girlfriend
Alex.
probably cut his hair better. She's like a model for McLaren now.
Oh, wow. For McLaren, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you think?
Yeah, that's got to be a tough chat at home.
5.
Oh, man, it's so bad. Oh, God, 4.
4.
Okay.
It's only the bad pink.
Yeah.
And it's got a bad man inside of it.
Hold on, look at this then.
Just kidding.
All right, okay, I'll keep going.
I like.
kinda
Actually,
like
no. I'm
SC.
gonna give it a 5 because I like the little shoulder
Dislike.
things because it reminds me of the old Power Ranger outfits.
All right. What did you say? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
It's morphin time.
Yeah.
7.5.
3.
So I gave it an 8.
Maybe
It's
it's
too
my-
baggy.
it's still
maybe
my
it's
big
Stroll's
emerald
physique.
beauties.
Let's switch to Alonso. See, Alonso throws it out better. But yeah, 7 out of 5.
3.
Are they even in it? Like, there's all this photoshopping now. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
exactly. He's not. It looks like I'm giving it 3.
Okay.
3? Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Look,
Wait, 3?
the thing is V's, right? But the V on the shirt doesn't even line up in the middle of the shirt. It lines up just off
Oh,
to the
yeah,
right.
what
Like,
the
look at the
hell?
zip.
Oh no.
The V is
Oh,
off
no.
to the center.
You know
Yeah,
what,
but that's also why Muhammad's favorite clothes make him happy. So that's coming up.
No. I changed my score now from 7.5 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
I think that's fair.
3.
Very detail oriented. 3, but you loved this. Remember when it came out and they were the Legend of Zelda tunics? You can't see how it goes down the leg. You love how they're
Yeah,
little
the legs
dresses,
look
remember?
weird.
Wait, did I love it in the past?
Muhammad came into the chat
Yeah,
when
you
this was
loved it.
announced with his little Oscar in a dress, and you loved it.
Wait, let me go back and see what the whole. Oh yeah, I did love this. 9 out of 10. When you see the whole thing, it looks so
so
good.
It is a choice. Like, I give it a 6.5. They look like they're like literally Link from Zelda in green.
Yeah.
But I applaud them for the choice. Like,
No, I remember.
these guys were
I
always
remember.
hot twinks, and now they're literally fairies.
I like it. I like it so much. Once you see the legs, it works so well. 9 out of 10.
I give it a 7.
6.5. I don't actually like it, but I like that they tried something.
Yeah, the same.
Okay. Well, wait, hold
They
on.
basically look like a
Why does he look like a
pan.
pirate? Why does he look so like angry? Why is Lando Norris just like embracing his villain arc? Because he doesn't look like
Yeah.
a good guy in this picture. Like he looks like
remember
a
Yeah,
bad
I
Lando
mean,
guy.
was like the
he's
cute
not a
little
good
boy.
guy.
Do you remember when he
And
was like
also-
a cute little boy?
Yeah, not
Where's that
anymore.
Yeah, and also SD has done the same. If you go back to Ocon, he's also in his villain arc.
Wait, let's see. SD best.
You
was
you
there
gotta see.
5 years
Just
ago.
yeah, go back and you'll see
He kind
the.
of looks like a no. He looks like a bad guy. Yeah, I don't know.
He's
Yeah,
either in his villain or his F boy arc. And you know what?
yeah,
He does this expression like every shot you'll see.
yeah. Stroll looks like he just woke up. I don't know what's going on with his hair.
Oh, they both do. I gotta say, those McLaren ones, I realize what it is now. They look like all gender bathroom signs.
Oh wait, Ferrari. Let's just go to Ferrari then.
Yeah, I don't like how high up the lines are in the middle of the stomach.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 4. Like they've done it well in the car, but not on the outfit.
6.
Yeah, the Happy Meal gets a 5 from me.
6. Okay. Merc. Oh, this is so good. 9 out of 10. I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, this is beautiful. 9 out of 10.
This
See,
looks good, yeah.
Look when you commit
Man.
to one color. Look how good it
Yeah.
comes out.
Look how sick those studs are. What is
I
happening?
know, it's so
Is this
good.
like this cyberverse? Like, what on earth is going on?
Yeah.
It's so
Do I
good.
It's
touch
good,
it? Am I
right?
supposed to grab them there? Does it feel like something?
I like the blue accents. I think it actually works out pretty
Yeah.
well. Can you see my mouse?
This is fantastic, and I hate that it's fantastic because obviously this is my prime rival team. But the black, the W11 level black, fills me with fear even to this day.
Yeah.
It's good.
Red
it's
Bull.
really good. 9.
Yeah, same as
10 out
usual.
of 10.
Yeah,
Unstoppable.
I'm going to give it 7. I think if Red Bull committed to the Red Bull cowboy outfit for every race, I would have given it 10 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
This is a 10 for me. I just love those little accents by the shoulders of the red.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty
Such
nice.
a great move.
It's pretty
Honda's
good.
nicely placed. The color balance is there.
It's pretty good. It is
demonstrably proud to wear this every day.
Right, you know what? I'll give it an... You're right. I'll give it a 9.
8. No, 7. No, 8. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
I have to say, I think that partnering with Castor in general, like these folks just know how to design a race suit or like a sports. My Glasgow Rangers shirt is also unassailable.
Yeah.
They've got the right team.
Yeah. All right, let's get it. Let's just get the podium for
Okay,
this.
guys, I'm going to count it down, and this is really quite exciting. Okay, so in last place, very deservedly, is Williams.
Nice.
In second last, it is Haas.
Okay.
Just for being mediocre. In third last place is Alpine.
Okay.
In fourth last place. Or did you want to show them as a wall of shame? I like that.
I forgot what they look like. So, okay, Haas. And then
Alpine just like, it's basically like poster boy for why these colors don't work. And you need Sean Bull to make your pink better or you're done.
Yeah, okay. Who's next?
Next is McDonald's Racing GT. After that is Aston Martin, with whom some of us have fallen out of love.
Yeah.
And after that, it is Minardi.
Oh yeah, there they are.
In terms of this race suit, we can call it V Carbage.
Oh man.
In just off the podium is the legend of McLaren.
I like it. I dig it. Oh, it looks so good. Not this shot. The whole body shot looks good, to be very clear. This shot, Lando Norris looks like he's going to stab me.
The Lando of McLaren, Oscar Piastri of time.
Okay.
In third place on the podium is
Steak, I'm guessing?
Sauber. Yeah. Not that we can show you that, but please look it up yourself. Our attorneys have advised us not to show you that suit at this time. And then, standing on the top step of the podium together, like the proverbial Michael Schumacher pulling up Rubens Barrichello to the top step, is Mercedes and Red Bull.
Wow, that's actually incredible. That's
Paragons
crazy.
of pageantry.
Wow, at least Mercedes
I'm looking at it and I really agree with my ratings. I think they do have the best suits, like actually.
They're amazing. This is like, we know we're dominant. This is what legacy looks like. Figure it out, Ferrari.
The only thing
you want to be mentioned in the same sentence as us? You've got a lot of work ahead of you, Fred.
The only thing I would disagree is I think Minardi should be higher, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too many. I don't know. The logo management is poor. You know what? Go back to the Mercedes.
Yeah.
You know what one of the keys to the success there was?
What's that?
No WhatsApp symbol.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That would have destroyed
Oh,
it.
my God.
Like, they have so much power and they're so rich that they're like, I don't care how your logo ideally looks. We're going to do what makes us look the best. Yeah. Right? Like this freaking, like, excuse my language, this, like, Austrian-based produce company on the Red Bull outfit.
Yeah,
that doesn't need to be that color. Like, how much money are they getting from that?
Wait, who? Roush?
Roush. Yeah,
yeah.
Like, you know, that's the kind of weight that Mercedes carries. Like, no, fashion first.
Yeah,
you'll be happy. Okay?
All your logos become white. Yeah,
I don't know what Snapdragon is supposed to look like. Red. Is that red? It's Too red. Bad.
Oh, did we steal that from Ferrari?
We'll call you.
We stole Snapdragon from Ferrari. Interesting.
Yeah. I
really like how the name looks on the bottom near the belt. You know, I think they did that really well.
Yeah, this is just beautiful stuff.
Good too. Yeah.
R.I.P. Mercedes.
All right, do you want to talk about anything
Take the designer with you. If Lewis is pulling everybody from Mercedes, let's hope they take the seamstress as well.
I know. Let's see who he takes with him. Imagine he takes like, I don't even know.
Toto.
Who's left?
I've fallen out of love with Toto Wolff. You know, did you hear the rumor that he's the one who leaked it? He leaked the Lewis transfer. That's what I've heard.
Wow.
Who knows if it's
Yeah,
sour
because he
grapes.
wanted billions and billions of pounds
You've
to be
fallen in
made
love
by
with
Ferrari.
Toto. Welcome, gentlemen.
I'm still out of love with Helmut and Christian Horner, to be clear. I
I don't
don't
even know who not to like now. I'm just transferring my resentment to Jos Verstappen, where it almost certainly belongs.
Very
All right.
good.
I think that's a good
Should we call
rating
it a night?
deliveries. Yeah, very good, guys. Thanks for joining our episode. Excuse me, that was untimely. If you are listening to this on Spotify, go to YouTube. We'll have a video version. You can see all of the pictures that we rated on
These are our
YouTube.
faces.
Woo!
Daniel Ricciardo's going to beat Checo in the first race and be subbed out by the RB20 redesign in Japan.
Oh, nice.
That'd
Or
be
race
amazing.
7, whenever
After
it's
the
going
first
to be.
race, when we get to look at the cars, we'll do wild predictions for the season so we can see, where we go from there. All right, guys.
Sweet.
Bye.